What is up, YouTube? Code9 Gaming here, back with more MLB 15, the show, St. Louis Cardinals franchise, where we are in the World Series against the Los Angeles Angels. As you see, it is Game 7. We won the first two, lost one, won a third, lost this one, and then I played Game 6 at home. But man, I didn't want to show the gameplay. There was just nothing going on. Calhoun hit a home run in the first inning. And then Hayward hit a home run in the second, but, I mean, other than those two things, there was absolutely nothing. But today we're going to be playing Game 7. Los Angeles Angels versus St. Louis Cardinals. John Lackey versus, I cannot speak, Jared Weaver. And we're going to be using the normal lineup. And we're going to be playing in Busch. So we're going to jump into the intro here. And, I want to see some big performances from a couple players, Randall Grichuk being one, because he's one of the players that I don't know 100% if I'm going to sign in the offseason, which will be the next video, the postseason. Matt Adams, not 100% sure if I'm going to sign him again. He had a bad 2015 year. Well, not terrible, but not good. It was, it was a halfway decent season. John Jay obviously was injured for 3/4 of the season. As you see there's the scores. Won the first two, lost the third, won the fourth, lost the fifth, and the sixth. So the Angels are on a 2-game win streak. Hopefully we can break that, obviously, because we have to be able to win the World Series today, which is what we're looking to do. John Lackey on the mound. But back to the players that I want to be seeing. Doing good. Jason Hayward, I do plan on re-signing. He's in line for the postseason MVP right now, and he's probably the World Series MVP as well. But we're going to jump into the game here. It is the top of the first with one out, and Cole Calhoun has been killing me all series. And, well, that's another single for him. He's having a great World Series. And every time Mike Trout comes to the plate, I get scared, just because I feel like he's going to get a hold of one and hit a home run every single time. But he grounded into a fielder's choice there, reaches on first on the double play. Now Albert Pujols steps in, and he is going to strike out looking with a friendly call there on the slider outside. So, the top of the first ends at 0-0. And now the bottom half, Matt Carpenter leads the Cardinals day off with a walk, and that's a good start for them. And now, after 2 straight outs, Matt Adams steps in, and Matt Adams hits it to left. And that's one of the players that I was saying I wanted to see perform well, so he has a shot to stay on the team. Now Johnny Peralta stands in, and Peralta is going to end the inning, grounding it to the shortstop, and that would be that. So on to the top of the second now, 1 out. And Lackey delivers the pitch, and that is gone. And he can sit back down on the bench. And yeah, so Lackey's first strikeout of the day, and now Chris Iannetta hits one deep and over Matt Holliday's head. And he is going to run up against the wall. I hate that animation, but even though it is a true animation. But Chris Iannetta gets a double out of it. And after that, now, the very next pitch is going to get by Molina, and that is and Iannetta breaks for home, and he is going to score. So that is a passed ball and a run for the Los Angeles Angels. And not what we want is they take a 1-0 lead in the top of the third due to a passed ball, which Molina does not let happen very often, And you see there another bloop single into right. So now Mike Trout steps in, and thank God he check swung that, because that ball could have been rocked otherwise. It was like right down the middle, and I did not feel comfortable with that pitch. But now Carpenter steps in the bottom of the third and hits that hanging slider into left field. And, well, yeah, that'll bring on Colton Wong now with 1 out in the inning, and he is going to take this one back up the middle, and that is a base hit there. So back-to-back hits for the Cardinals with 1 out. And in steps Matt Holliday, and Matt Holliday is going to single into right. So that is back-to-back-to-back base hits for the Cardinals with 1 out, and that brings in Matt Adams with a chance to tie this ball game. and he is going to hit a grounder to the shortstop. That's trouble, and that is a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. So the worst possible outcome, of course, happens, and, well, the Cardinals didn't score a run. On to the top of the fourth now, and there's a ball in the gap, but Hayward's going to chase it down, and that would be all that was doing in the top of the fourth. Now into the bottom half, and Johnny Peralta steps in, not Matt Holliday, I'm sorry, and he skies one into left field. This one's deep, and this one is at the wall, and he just reaches up and catches it. Unbelievable. Missed a home run by 5 feet. If he would have hit that further, that would have been gone. And now Hayward steps in 2 batters later, and Hayward's going to hit one deep into right field this time, and Hayward is going to hit it off the wall. So he is going to run all the way to third. Probably could have taken a chance and gone home, but I didn't want to risk it. So that would make it now a 2-out triple. And Molina steps in, and he's going to hit a weak grounder to the shortstop, and that is going to end the inning. And so that 2-out triple from Hayward did absolutely nothing. And into the top of the fifth now. And, well, that's an ugly swing there. And that is a strikeout for John Lackey. And now the next batter, Chris Iannetta, up again, and he's going to hit this one down the left field line. And that is a base hit for him, his second hit of the game. And, well, he's killing John Lackey right now. But Jared Weaver steps in and bunts it fairly hard, and we're going to try to turn 2. We get the one at second, and we get the one at first. So we do turn the double play on the sacrifice situation. And, well, that's always nice. And now John Lackey steps in at the plate, and, wow, second baseman airmails it. And now Colton Wong is going to hit the 1-out man on third pitch up the middle for the base hit, tying the game at 1. So Colton Wong ties the game all the time, very clutch. And John Lackey now back up, and Eric Ibar steps in, and Eric Ibar takes this one over the right field fence to untie the game as soon as we tied it up. And, well, that is no bueno, as we're in the top half of the 6th. And that is going to be chased down by Jason Hayward, so Mike Trout gets robbed of a base hit there by the speedy Hayward. And Pujols steps in now, and Pujols is going to ground one in between the shortstop and the third baseman. And that is going to be a base hit for him, doing what he did so much in St. Louis. Coming back for a revisit, although with a different team. And, well, that's going to end the inning. But, yeah. So now in the bottom half of the 6th, Matt Adams is going to hit one into the left center field gap, and this ball is going to get down. And Matt Adams, there's that animation again when they run into the wall, and he is going to truck for third, and the big man get him an oxygen tank, gets all the way to third with a triple. So Matt Adams, the most unlikely of people, is going to do it. But 2 straight outs would do absolutely nothing to advance him, and Hayward hits one deep to center field, but that ball's going to get caught. So the leadoff man on third, and we can't even tie the game. That's just how this game's been going so far. But John Lackey back in the 7th inning to keep another inning going, and he is going to force a ground out there, and that would be all that would happen in the top half of the 7th. So now in the bottom half, Yadi Molina is going to start us off with an extra base hit into the right center field gap, and he is going to get to second base safely, and that would bring in the pinch hitter, who would not be able to advance him. And now Carpenter steps in, and Carpenter's going to hit this one to third, but it's going to eat him up, and he's going to reach safely on the error, and it is now first and third with 1 out for Colton Wong once again. Can he tie the game back up? And this ball is dribbled out in front, and going to try to turn 2, but Carpenter with a nice slide takes out Ibar, and Colton Wong ties the game again. So Mr. Clutch. And now Holliday is going to hit one into left field, but a beautiful play there from Matt Joyce as he robs Holliday of a base hit. Ibar steps back in now, and Ibar is going to hit this one off of John Lackey, and John Lackey is going to do it himself and gun him at first base, but he is safe. And now still 1 out, and that is another base hit for the Angels. So fast start to the inning for them after the 1 out single. And Cole Calhoun, like I was saying, has been killing it. And now Mike Trout gets into one, and this one's deep at the wall, but not deep enough, and just missed a home run. And that was the turning point of the match there. You can tell there's a shift, and man, that was way too close for a home run. Holiday just got to that ball, and well, that's going to end the inning there on the Pujols flyout. But now, into the bottom of the 8th, Matt Adams steps in, and Matt Adams is hitting against the lefties, and he hits this one into left field, takes it opposite field, and well, he's going to do that. And 2 straight strikeouts brings in Jason Hayward, who gets that pitch up high, and he's going to hit that on the ground to the second baseman, who's going to throw him out at first to end the inning. So into the top of the 9th now, Jordan Walden, one of the best Cardinal relievers, strikes out David Freese to end the inning. And David Freese, as you all know, the hero of 2011, back in St. Louis, but not being the hero for the Angels. And Billy Burns starts the bottom of the 9th with a walk. And Carpenter would then single, and back-to-back base runners. Colton Wong would strike out, but Holliday's going to hit this one up the middle. A diving attempt by Ibar, but he's going to miss. And the throw home is offline, and Billy Burns scores, and the Cardinals win it. Walk-off Game 7, World Series champions. And that explains it all. Matt Holliday, the clutch base hit up the middle, just past the diving Ibar. Billy Burns has the speed to get all the way home. And a beautiful hit there, and a beautiful last play from the Cardinals, as that right there is the season-ending walk-off single by Matt Holliday, and the Cardinals are the 2015 World Champions of Baseball. And you see the celebrations there going absolutely crazy. It looks like player of the game actually goes to Matt Adams, as he did have a good game today. I will give him that. As you see there, world champions. We do get the trophy, and it does go to Matt Adams. He was 3 for 4 today. You see him all celebrating. Miguel Sano, who, that's another player that I don't know if I'm going to sign in the offseason or not. But, you know, everyone's celebrating. We're all happy. Obviously, we just won the World Series. You see Grichuk there, Wong, Maloney, the first base coach. Everyone's celebrating together. The good victory, the earned victory, a beautiful season from the Cardinals. As you see there, the champion St. Louis Cardinals. And the box score is going to pop up here in a moment. And there's the box score for you guys. And as you see, the Cardinals have won the World Series. Got some cards, don't care about that. And as you see, the awards, Hayward won playoff MVP and World Series MVP, so a good season from Hayward. Obviously, we're going to try to re-sign him. It's going to be expensive, but we're going to try to do it. But that is all I got for you guys. Make sure to come for the postseason video, which will be next. But for now, I'm out.